In a rematch of last year's stunning overtime game in the semifinals, the Thatcher Eagles and the Santa Cruz Valley Dust Devils met once again on the gridiron to see who would come away with the 2017 2A state championship. After Thatcher stuffed the Dust Devils' run game, Santa Cruz turned to the air and quarterback Jesus Cosillas hit a wide-open Hunter Ogle for a 51-yard strike down to the 29-yard line. A few plays later, Cosillas hit Nico Flores, who bends back to make the catch and rambles in for 23 yards in the game's first score. The extra point was good, and Santa Cruz struck first, 7-0. Thatcher was forced to attempt a punt on its first possession, but the snap sailed over Tyler Roebuck's head, and he threw the ball away for the Eagles' first of 6 turnovers on the night. On the very next play, the Dust Devils tight end Curtis Banks capitalized by getting behind Roebuck, and Cosillas hit his receiver for a 48-yard TD that put Santa Cruz up 13-0 early. Thatcher moved the ball on its second possession, and this run by Trevin Clark put them at 1st and goal at the 10. Quentin Turley then finished the drive with a 5-yard TD and added the 2-point conversion to shrink Santa Cruz's lead to 13-8. On the last play of the first quarter, 3 Dust Devils think they have Turley penned in, but think again as Turley spins out of the tackles and gains another 12 yards. The drive would stall when Bretton Dodge gets stuffed, and Thatcher failed to convert on 4th down and 2 at the Dust Devils' 40-yard line. Later in the second, Javon Montoya broke free after his defender fell down, but Roebuck couldn't hit him as the ball goes a little bit too far. Thatcher's Trevin Clark takes the pitch, rambles 22 yards down the right sideline, and Thatcher is back in business at the 10. The drive would fail, however, as Thatcher turned the ball over on downs after not being able to convert on 4th and 2. Then it was Santa Cruz's turn, and Cosillas was rocked by Thatcher, turning the ball over on the 42 after failing to convert the 2 yards necessary for a 1st down. There was a little mix-up on the handoff to Turley, however, and the Eagles gave the ball right back. The Eagles' defense held and forced a punt that was shanked by the Santa Cruz kicker and ended up being a negative 1 yard on the play. Thatcher then had one last chance to score before halftime, but Titaro Jones broke up Roebuck's pass to Clark in the end zone, and the teams went into the break with Santa Cruz up 13-8. As halftime hit, the news broke that Turley had dislocated his elbow, and he was iced up and carted off the field, doubtful to return for the second half. But much like Willis Reed in Game 7 of the 1970 NBA Championships, the Eagles couldn't keep Turley from returning to the game, even hurt. Turley got his elbow taped back together and returned to play defense in the second half. The third quarter started well for the Eagles, with Riley Morris returning this kickoff 25 yards to midfield. Thatcher then methodically worked the ball downfield, chewing off 5, 6, or 7 yards per rush all the way into the red zone. Their scoring attempt was foiled again, however. While facing 4th and 3 from the 12, Clark only managed to get 2 and the drive was stopped. With Santa Cruz facing a 3rd and 9 from their own 23, Cosillas hit Seth Perez on a 69-yard bomb all the way down to Thatcher's 18-yard line. Cosillas then hit Ogle on a pass, and he took it down to set up the Dust Devils at 1st and goal from the 2. Alex Weibel-Meza then finished the drive with a 1-yard plunge into the end zone, and Cosillas hit Flores for the 2-point conversion to put the Dust Devils up 21-8. Thatcher then started to convert those 4th and short plays late in the 3rd, and then at the start of the 4th, Jones took it 36 yards to the Dust Devils' 15-yard line. Facing 3rd and 9 from the 14, however, Samuel Camacho stepped in front of Roebuck's pass for the interception, and Thatcher had yet another trip to the red zone come up empty. Thatcher's unheralded defense then stepped up again, and aided by a drop pass by Banks, the Eagles got the ball back. Undaunted, the Eagles went back to their bread and butter, and Roebuck keeps it himself and leaps his way 16 yards to pay dirt. Connor Russell then added the extra point to bring the score to 21-15. The Eagles' defense was there when they needed it again and stepped up and forced a 3-and-out. Clark then muffed the punt, but recovered and returned it to the Eagles' 46-yard line with 3:32 left to play. Thatcher stuck to its game plan, and Roebuck led the Eagles' rushing attack back down the field on some exciting plays to give them a 1st and goal. With just 23 seconds left in the game, Roebuck kept it himself and scored on a 2-yard run to tie the game at 21, and the fans went crazy. The extra point would seal the victory for Thatcher, but that's why they play the game. And Santa Cruz's Banks came up big to block the kick to force overtime. It didn't look good for the Eagles in overtime, facing 4th and goal from the 9, but Thatcher put the game into the hands of its blockers and its big horse Morris, who trotted into the end zone. Russell's extra point was good, and Thatcher went up 28-21. Casillas scored for the Dust Devils in overtime on a 10-yard scamper, but the extra point attempt went wide left, and the Eagles repeated as state champions.
You guys were down all day early, but you didn't let them get it away. Tell me how you guys were able to come back.
It was ugly. It was very ugly, but we always just kept doing what we do, and hopefully they were going to break, and we kind of figured it was going to come down to a 4-quarter battle, and hopefully our conditioning and things paid off, and it took overtime to do it, but we finally got it done.
Back-to-back championships, back-to-back beating the Santa Cruz in overtime. How does that feel?
Oh, man, it feels great. Hats off to Santa Cruz. They're a great football team, and hopefully we don't see a third overtime game with them because, we're pushing our luck giving a team like that, so many chances.
Anything else you want to say about this season, Coach, or this game?
Oh, man, these boys just fought hard. It was ugly, but they fought no matter what was going on. So, great football team. Probably one of the best to come through Thatcher.
That was one heck of a game. You guys were down. You came back. What does it mean here to win the championship?
It feels great. There's not much you can say. It feels great.
Now, they told me you were out, and then I see you come back in on defense coming out at halftime.
Yeah. They just kind of left it up. Like, they didn't tell me I couldn't play, so I guess, I don't know, we just taped it up and tried to get back in. So
there was no stopping, huh?
No.
You're going to keep you out of this.
Oh, gosh. It was sore, and it was kind of scary playing with it, but I guess I don't know, it didn't hurt too bad, I guess. So it was all right.
What are your thoughts on this comeback victory that you guys did here to repeat?
Nothing short of a miracle. It was crazy. The team dug deep, and we had just so many key plays that could have gone either way that we'd convert on 4th or 3rd down, and so it was just awesome. The team dug deep and they did it, and it started with the line. They were opening the holes and the backs were hitting them. It was just trusting the process like we kind of talked about all year. So
Smashed Mouth football is how you guys won this game, and that is your game.
Yes, sir.
Tell me about how you're able to bust it through that line and be able to score. So
it was a tough call, 4th and 9, and I just got together with coach and the linemen, and I decided to call big on big with our best linemen, and we just ran it right up their throat.
4th down and 9 with the game on the line.
Yes, sir.
You said, "Give me the ball."
Well, maybe, yeah. But it was a good team effort, though. All effort to the line and coaches.
What do you want to say about this game, Riley, and winning back-to-back state championships?
It's nice. It's nice to have our community on our back. They've been through it with all of us. It's nice to have them.
Fought your hearts out all day long today. Represented your school, represented your community. Congratulations, state champions.
Reporting from Gilbert for Gila Valley Central, I'm John Johnson.